Hello grade 10 and welcome to a new PowerPoint lecture. Our lecture today is about the expository essay, namely a cause-effect essay in the theme of adolescent anxiety. Let's recall or remember the parts of an essay together. Again, the essay is made of three parts: the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. The introduction is obviously one paragraph. It needs a hook, which is an attention grabber, general information, no details about your topic, and then the thesis, which is the main idea of the whole essay. So one paragraph here, then body paragraphs. You will write 3 body paragraphs. Body paragraph 1 will explain and support first idea in the thesis. You will see how your thesis will be divided into 3 little ideas, divided by a comma or something. Body 2 explains and supports the second idea of the thesis, and body paragraph 3 explains and supports the third idea in the thesis. Those are 3 paragraphs, obviously, and finally the conclusion, which restates the thesis in different words, summarizes the essay, gives final thoughts, feelings, opinion, and a call for action. So, our grade 10 essays will be made of 5 well-organized paragraphs, as you saw in the previous slide. The expository essay. We previously said that we will take different types of essays this year, and we will begin with the expository essay. The purpose of this type of writing is to give information, inform about a certain subject. Here, the writer's tone is objective, meaning no feelings, no emotions. He's just writing the facts out there. Formal, not funny or, friendly or whatever, just formal, neutral, and scientific. If I were to ask you what is the tone of the author in a cause-effect essay about pollution, obviously it would be those. Now, the following are the different types of expository essays that we will be taking this year. Problem-solution essay, an illustration or exemplification essay where you present a certain concept, show how it works, and give examples about it. Cause-effect essay, obviously, advantages and disadvantages essay, and then a case study, which we will take later on. Today, we are taking a cause-effect essay on reasons behind teen anxiety or causes for teen anxiety. The prompt: anxiety is one of the defining elements during the stage of adolescence. Based on the quote above, write a well-organized essay talking about 3 major reasons for the increase of anxiety among teens during this stage. Make sure you write a suitable title, a good hook, and a relevant thesis statement. In the body paragraph, support each of your claims with relevant details and examples from real life and from your own experiences. If you don't have Google near you, it's a test, it's a quiz. From what you recall, from the things you know, a friend, a cousin, yourself, what anxieties, what were the reasons behind your anxieties? Now, the writing process. I don't just grab a piece of paper and start writing the essay for my teacher. It doesn't work that way. First of all, we're going to have to brainstorm. Okay, just quick ideas in our head. We jot them down quickly on a piece of scratch paper, phrases, not sentences. Then we start writing our first draft, our rough draft. We write it on a paper. Later on, after that stage, this is stage 1, 2, 3, 4, we edit. Edit means correct it for grammar, punctuation, capitalization, etc. Then you evaluate your ideas. Are my ideas written correctly? Should I change this idea? Should I rephrase it in a different way? And then you publish or write your final draft, which will be given to the teacher. This is called the writing process. Now, I'm going to go through each part of this process with you in this video. Brainstorm and write your ideas on scratch paper using quick phrases. You write major causes of anxiety among teens, physical changes. Okay, physical changes, social pressure, like establishing their identity, peer pressure, etc. And finally, emotional turmoil, fitting the image, etc. Now, write your thesis. This is my advice to you on how to start writing. Write your thesis. The teacher gave you a topic. What did she ask you to write? Write a thesis, okay, including the three major causes. I talked about the three major causes: physical changes, emotional turmoil, and social pressure. Put those in the thesis. At this stage, the adolescent goes through several physical, social, and emotional changes that make this phase quite turbulent. Turbulent means shaky. See, your first body paragraph, guys, your second body paragraph, and your third body paragraph. Now, think of a catchy hook. Use the internet for interesting facts. If not, if you don't have the internet, it's a quiz or a test, think of something very interesting to begin with. Okay, then write background information and end it with the thesis, and your introduction is ready. Look at what I wrote. First of all, of course, not to forget the title, but if you want, you could keep the title till the end, because as we said, the title is a condensed summary of your whole writing. You can leave it till the end, but don't forget to go back and write it. Adolescence, 2 points, a stage of turmoil. So this is the main idea, the mini summary of my whole essay. The hook. In February, a Pew survey, Pew is a firm that makes surveys, that makes studies, takes people's opinion about a certain phenomenon or a certain issue. A Pew survey found that 70% of teens say anxiety and depression is a major problem among their peers. So I began my hook with a shocking statement, or surprising fact if you want. Now my background information. Adolescence is the stage where a person is no longer a child but also not yet an adult. I'm giving background information. A good way to give background information is to define your topic. I defined adolescence. This is where all the confusion begins. Many parents express a lot of fear and nervousness as their child reaches this age. So, hook, 1 sentence, 2 sentences for general info, and then finally my thesis. At this stage, the adolescent goes through several physical, social, and emotional changes that make this phase quite turbulent. I listed the causes, and I'm going to discuss them in my essay. Okay, I wrote my thesis, I wrote my whole introduction with the title, now the body paragraphs. Remember to write a topic sentence for each body paragraph. The topic sentence is the main idea of this paragraph. So the first body paragraph is going to be about the physical changes. The second paragraph is about the social pressure, and the third one is about the emotional changes. Obviously, the topic sentences need to each be related to one of the points you stated in your thesis. Let's see. Topic sentences, I wrote them. This is how I like to write. My essays, if you write them this way, they'll turn out to be perfect. Topic sentence 1 for body paragraph 1. To begin, use a good transition. Adolescents go through a lot of changes at the physical level. So in this paragraph, I'm going to discuss the physical changes. Topic sentence 2 for body paragraph 2. In addition to that, I'm adding info. Adolescents experience a lot of social pressure at this stage. Topic sentence 3. Furthermore, again adding details, with all the physical and mental changes they're going through, teens feel like they are on an emotional roller coaster. You know the roller coaster, the amusement park goes up and down and up and down. This is how it is described, the stage of adolescence. Now you have the framework of your essay. All you have to do is put them together. Here it is. I'm not going to reread the introduction. I already did that. Topic sentence 1. To begin, adolescents go through a lot of changes at the physical level. What am I going to talk about that? I'm going to support my ideas on the physical level. They have passed the stage of childhood and entered a new stage marked by hormonal changes. Research has shown, look at the supporting details and evidence, among teenagers, the amygdala, the frontal lobe of your brain, okay, responsible for immediate reactions such as fear and aggressive behavior, develops much faster than the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that is responsible for rational and logical behavior. Remember, the reason I give you those models is to take ideas from. So, they're a part of their brain, the one that, makes you be careful and think rationally, is not yet well developed. So, therefore, a teenager will have the tendency to take risks and engage in dangerous behaviors such as car speeding, drugs, and other reckless types of behavior that might put her in danger. Okay? So, on the physical level, parts of the brain aren't yet developed, which will make some teenagers engage in dangerous behavior. Second body paragraph, social pressure. Many teenagers feel lost and trapped between childhood and adulthood. They also complain that their parents want them to grow and to act like grown-ups, but continue to treat them like children. They feel that they should have the right to more freedom and independence. After all, it is at this stage that adolescents try to carve out an identity for themselves in society. Now, topic sentence 3. Furthermore, with all the physical and mental changes they're going through, teens feel like they are on an emotional roller coaster. This is especially true in modern times, where the internet has become the main player. The image has become glorified by the sweeping domination of social media. This adds so much pressure on this already vulnerable age group. This already vulnerable age group who feels a huge need to compete and appear on that platform where everyone seems to be and look perfect, of course, quote unquote. The ideas illustrated above have shed light on the turbulent stage of adolescence. It is sure a tumultuous time that could be defining to a person's self-image and mental well-being. Of course, I rephrased my thesis, I summarized, and then I ended with, of course, advice. But please never say I advise you. Just say parents should, adults should. Parents should act as tolerant guides and not as adversaries. Strict parenting is not advised at this stage, etc. Leave the reader with a final thought, with a call for action, with some advice, with feelings, etc. And so this is how an essay is written. Now your turn to write. This essay is similar, okay? But it's more related to your generation, Generation Z, or if you want, Gen Z. I started with a quote, the prompt, teen anxiety has never been as profound or severe as it is in our days. Generation Z has it the worst. It has become a fact that teenagers nowadays are much more anxious than teenagers of the previous generations, than my generation or even the generation after. Based on the quote above, write a well-organized essay talking about 3 major reasons for the increase of anxiety among teens during our modern times. I am specific here. I'm not telling you to tell me about the physical changes why an adolescent is generally anxious. I want you to tell me, in our modern days, in 2020, why are adolescents more anxious? Okay, you can talk about social media, you can talk about peer pressure, you can talk about how going to a good university has become more and more difficult. Those are 3 ideas already in the modern days. What makes teens in 2020 more anxious than teens of previous generations? Make sure you write a suitable title, a good hook, relevant thesis statement. In the body paragraphs, support each of your claims with relevant details and examples from real life and your own experiences. So this is it. We, of course, will work on this prompt together at the beginning, and then you will finish it on your own. Until then, I will see you. Bye bye.